What is the cost that you pay for speaking up? Chetan, I'll start with you.
First of all, I'm happy to be here at India Today. There might be a cost professionally, but for the sake of society, anything that helps the dispossessed and the marginalized is worth doing. Let me say something first. Art and politics in the Indian context are inextricably intertwined and interconnected. They're fundamentally connected. To understand this, you must look at what is the definition of art and what is the definition of politics. Art is a creative expression of an idea or an emotion. We all know cinema is an art. But politics doesn't have to be electoral politics. It doesn't have to be party politics. What is politics but a power relations between people, whether it be decision making, distribution of resources, and in the cinema industry, essentially making a cinema and releasing it is a power relation, is politics. And if you look at the structure of the film industry inherently, it's inherently political because the structure of the film industry is graded, is hierarchical, is unfortunately feudal. There are people on the top of the food chain, whether that be stars, producers, distributors, exhibitors, directors, to market values, it differs. And there are so many people, the large working class, who is powerless to different levels. And that, I say, are the three W's: the women, the writers, and the workers. And you look at this that is gender and economically unequal. If you really want to make a change in politics, you don't have to join a political party. You don't have to, as a cinema person, you don't have to jump into like any ideology. You have to fight for the cinema industry itself and these like marginalized people. And if you look at politics and art, if you look at it's so in the foundation and the folk of India, it's there. Like I'll give you an example. In the Devadasi system, the Devadasi system is where Dalit and Adivasi women were marginalized and exploited by feudal casteist forces, Brahminical forces, until 1988. And Dalit and Devadasi women would perform, they would dance, and to this day their kids are performing. This is art and politics. If you look at art and politics, you look at nomadic cultures where they're like economically, socially, educationally marginalized, they paint colors, they basically do street performances. This is art and politics.
So you're saying basically there is no difference. If you have the stage, you already have a jump start.
Art and politics
there's really no difference between a politician and an actor. You really need the same skills at large. You need to be camera friendly, have an appeal to the audience. I'd like to ask Lakshmi. Lakshmi, you've been raising your brows. Go on, Lakshmi Manchu. I'll go in order. Yeah.
You have to be specific about that.
Yeah.
Lakshmi, there are two Lakshmis here.
Hello, everybody. A very good afternoon to all of you. Feels great to be in Chennai, Madras, where I was born. And it's always a nostalgic feeling to be here. And I see from where you're coming, and I agree in a lot of places that there is always place for us to improve and get better. And in all walks of life that I see, being born and raised in the film industry, my dad was an assistant director and going to school as a drill master. That's where he started, coming from a village that he had to put roads when he got better in his career, right? But to just say that it is happening everywhere, no, my dad came from nothing and he created this way for us, and to think about the future and getting things done right. I'm yet to see an industry where everything is so perfect. We're all figuring out as time goes and what is the best way for all of them to have. That's why